What if I told you that one of the strangest ideas in human history, turning ordinary metal into gold, helped inspire the science and technology we use today? You probably know alchemy as a bizarre medieval obsession with magic potions, mysterious symbols, and the legendary Philosopher's Stone. But here's the secret they rarely tell you. Alchemy wasn't simply magic. It was one of humanity's earliest attempts to understand and manipulate the physical world. For thousands of years, alchemists across Egypt, the Islamic world, India, China, and Europe experimented with metals, minerals, acids, and heat. Their goal? To transform matter. The most famous dream was turning cheap metals like lead into gold, but many alchemists were also searching for something even more ambitious: the Philosopher's Stone, a legendary substance believed to have the power to transform metals and perhaps even create an elixir capable of extending human life. Of course, they never discovered a magical stone that could make gold. But something fascinating happened along the way. They developed techniques that became important foundations for modern chemistry. Alchemists learned how to distill liquids, crystallize substances, extract compounds, dissolve metals, and purify materials. They built furnaces. They designed specialized glassware. They carefully recorded experiments. And they discovered that changing temperature, pressure, and chemical combinations could completely transform materials. In other words, they were experimenting with matter long before modern chemistry had a name. One of the most important figures in this story was the Persian polymath often known in the West as Geber. Working centuries before modern chemistry, he described laboratory techniques and substances that influenced later chemical traditions. Then came the European alchemists. People like Paracelsus began pushing alchemy toward medicine, arguing that chemical substances could be used to understand and treat the human body. And this is where alchemy starts to look surprisingly modern. Today, scientists manipulate matter at incredible scales. We create synthetic materials. We manufacture pharmaceuticals. We engineer nanoparticles. We transform elements through nuclear reactions. And yes, science has technically shown that one element can be transformed into another. Nuclear physics allows scientists to change atomic nuclei, meaning that one element can, under extraordinary conditions, become another. Even gold can be produced through nuclear transmutation. But there's a catch. The process is enormously expensive and produces microscopic amounts. So the alchemists were wrong about the practical method, but perhaps not completely wrong about the fundamental possibility. They simply didn't have the technology to understand what was really happening inside matter. And that's the fascinating lesson of alchemy. The alchemists were searching for the wrong explanation, but asking surprisingly important questions. What is matter? Can it be transformed? Are all substances made of the same fundamental building blocks? Can nature be controlled? These questions eventually led humanity toward modern chemistry, physics, materials, science, and medicine. Alchemy also teaches us something about technology itself. The inventions of tomorrow often begin as ideas that sound impossible today. The alchemists dreamed of transforming matter. Centuries later, humans learned to manipulate atoms. Today, we're engineering materials at the molecular level and exploring technologies that would have looked like pure magic to our ancestors. So perhaps the real secret of alchemy isn't the philosopher's stone. It's the idea that nature has hidden rules, and if you understand those rules, you can change the world. Alchemy failed to create magical gold, but it helped inspire the science that eventually revealed what matter really is. And maybe that's the most important technology lesson of all. Sometimes, even the wrong questions can lead humanity toward the right answers. If you enjoyed this journey into the intersection of history, science, and technology, subscribe to Talking Tech, because the technology of tomorrow often begins with the forgotten experiments of yesterday.